I am a little laggy, but
Are you?
I'm cool with it. I mean, I'm laggy on the actual screen,
You
but
look
yeah, there
okay
you
on
go.
my end. You always look okay. The hair looks fucking
As long
gorgeous
as
tonight.
I haven't washed this hair in days, I
How
feel.
overrated is it? Like I'll do the same thing, and I'm just like, fuck this.
I honestly, I just put it in a bun and I work from home, and that just kind of stays like that for a while.
Well, like today, I gotta tell you. So we got snow here in southern New Hampshire, and I got whatever 6 inches. I went to the gym this morning, and I was just in my shorts all day, so I even took my socks off. I threw my feet in the boots and went outside. Was shoveling in my in a hoodie and shorts. Man, it was. Tell you what, it felt good. It was nice.
I do that every once in a while. I'll
Yeah.
just go out and because I mean I'm a sweater. I sweat. So I mean I did not do that tonight. It is particularly cold. The last few snowstorms that we've had has been
Mm-hmm.
nice because shoveling is so easy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got an average amount of snow. That's good. Good for us. Six
Freezing
inches.
rain would have
Got a
sucked to
little
be in
heavy.
shorts.
We got no, Dustin. We got a huge amount of snow. Huge 6 inches.
I don't know. I thought I
Yeah.
read somewhere that the new average is 6 inches.
I think it's
Really?
5. New average is 5 inches.
I thought I read it somewhere that 6 inches
Oh,
or maybe it's
no.
just going up.
The
Yeah, I'm
results?
pretty sure.
Let's see. When the first direct links were recorded in 2021, the change over those 92 to 2021. The results published February 14th of 21. Average
Snowfall
length
average.
is 6 inches of
Yeah,
snowfall.
snowfall average has grown over the years.
4.8 to 6 inches.
That's a huge change. I gotta say that's
Jesus.
Because grass isn't growing as much?
25%. I mean, yeah, that's 20-ish%, right?
And
25% growth
you
over
should-
10 years.
You should see what else people also ask. Is 6 inches of firm snow good for a 14-year-old? What is the average snowfall for a 14-year-old? Is 6.3 inches of snow big? Is 4 inches of compact snow for a 15-year-old good?
You can build a
Compact
fort with
snow.
that.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh fuck! Why not just start off there? Let's get going. We're gonna have we got Heaven coming on tonight from Softball Uncensored. It's gonna be a long one. Lord Taser's gonna join us. Let's just jump right into it, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bring It. I don't like that you can see the green screen when I do that. Either which way. Hey, what's going on? We got a snowy evening of average size inches. D Money, hair's beautiful. What you going on? What you drinking? All that good shit.
What's going on, J-Ro? Tonight, I gave you guys a little bit of a preview in one of our group chats. We're in a bunch of them. Tonight, I made myself a blood and sand. And I got this little accoutrement here with the cherry.
The good cherry. That looks like a Luxador
orange.
cherry.
It's a cocktail cherry.
Yeah, the good
I got a little thing of cocktail cherries because I told you guys. All of a sudden, like I've recently been like just wanting to make cocktails, and this one I tried just because I really have started to enjoy Scotch, like Scotch cocktails.
Yeah.
This is equal parts Scotch, orange juice, sweet vermouth, and cherry hearing, which is a cherry liquor.
Ooh, okay.
And it is very nice. I highly recommend it. It's, as far as I've seen online, people like can go with it or without it, but I'm here for it, man.
What kind of Scotch are you using?
Just a blended Scotch. I forgot the name of it. I got like I've never had Scotch before.
Yeah.
This little kick. It's like something monkey.
Oh, monkey shoulder.
Yeah, monkey shoulder.
That's a really nice blend. A little on the rocks there. That's a good one.
It's super smooth. Very smooth Scotch.
Great. Coco, what's up, baby? What you drinking?
So I felt like you guys had your little taster glasses here, so I got one too. It's a Paloma.
Oh,
A Paloma.
okay.
Now, it's just a sparkling water Paloma, but I got it in a Johnny Walker glass because you guys had them and they look fun.
We're so close. We're so close.
I I had a Mexican firing squad the other night, which is nice too. I can't remember. It's tequila.
There's got to be some red in there.
There's lime and there's grenadine.
Where were you?
I was just at home, dude. I'm telling
you.
Wow. I'm a mixologist. Yeah. and I ended up throwing a little bit of Fresca in there because I like the taste of a Paloma. You know?
Dustin throws his hair in a fucking bun and all of a sudden he's a mixologist for fuck's sake.
You can hear me down the hall. Yeah.
Oh, well, with the snow and an early morning flight tomorrow, I'm flying out at 6:00 to go to Florida, so it's a 4:15 wake up call. I'm having myself one of my favorite whiskeys. A midwinter night's dram from High West. This is the 2018 bottle that I opened recently. So it's delicious. Let's see what our guest has. Heaven, Softball Uncensored. What's up, buddy? What you drinking?
I'm drinking Great Value water. This
Fuck off. All right, that was cool. Great to have him on. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Fucking he is so you and Coco are two fucking peas in a pod. What,
Listen,
did the pests really get you today that you have to rehydrate at 8:30 at night?
I feel I mean, you guys are clearly some alcohol connoisseurs over there. I'm not, man. I like to see you guys, really indulge in how much you enjoy the different liqueurs out there. I just I'm not into it.
I like that you call this alcohol connoisseurs instead of alcoholics.
Yeah, that's
we don't go to
nice,
meetings.
That's a really nice way of saying alcoholic.
People that go to meetings have a problem. You guys got it figured out, man.
We have a hobby.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
in reference to the average snow size, though, good to know that I'm not the only one that's Googling what average snow is for a 40-year-old man. So.
We have to take in consideration the mounds around the yard, the fupa around the yard, to really make 100%. Sure we get the full.
No doubt.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I know, Heaven, you saw the boys. We were all back. It was nice not being on USSSA Live for some games and being able to broadcast some games this week. And I actually feel like, as crazy as it is with 6 inches of erect snow outside, we got softball. I kind of feel like the Winter Worlds kicked us off right into Challenge Cup. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the live you did Friday by yourself. I've never experienced you doing the play-by-play outside of the major. So it was a good entertainment for me because I was kind of slow at work. So it was good to see you do your thing there.
It was weird because it was tough trying to figure out who's who, and I know on those major teams with Kilmans and the Shore Boys. It's tough to figure out who's who, especially where I don't know them as well. On the other teams with AZ Roofing and BYB, local teams know those guys. That's kind of how we got started. It's a lot different. It's a much different fucking experience here than when I'm on the World Series feed.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if your view is better than ours. I mean, some of those guys, I'm kind of squinting at the screen to see what's going on. You probably have a better view than we do, but play-by-play kind of lets you know what happens, so it's kind of cool.
It is funny, though. Maddie Ratty from Chaos last year, she posted a clip last week of me going crazy, and I was absolutely fucking hammered. And just the content I was saying during it, I was like, Jesus Christ, Maddie. She's like, oh, I love that shit, which I'm trying to get Maddie Ratty up in the booth with me at the major, at the Open Challenge Cup. So, hey, first off, nice little interview for last night.
Yeah, that was I appreciate that. Thank you, first of all. I had, I always, before I do my interviews, I have like a little, cheat sheet over here. And Greg he definitely answered some of the questions that I was going to ask. So I couldn't dive in. It's weird doing these interviews because, I have a way that I want it to flow. And then sometimes they just kind of go off on their own little thing sometimes, So
we've definitely experienced stuff like that where we're like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to hit this. And then it's like, I'm asking a question at a weird spot because they've already kind of touched on it. When they were going off on a little diatribe about, whatever. But
he was, I try to joke around and I mean, he just, Greg gives me Michael Jordan vibes. Okay, and what I mean by that is like Michael Jordan is. You think about Jordan, it's just it's basketball. That's it. I mean, you don't even talk about his baseball thing. Like Jordan is the type of dude that will come in, shoot 500 jump shots before the game, play the game, and then 500 jump shots after the game. That's the vibe I got from Greg. Like he's not having fun. He's there to win, no matter what. Doesn't care about anything else. And then us local guys are kind of like I like to say hey to everybody and joke around. Greg's like straight business. I'm here to win and fuck you up.
Nothing better than that, though. Having that mentality.
I like it.
I love it.
At that level, though.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Coco. I didn't mean to. This is your.
Hold on. Come on, hold on.
Go ahead.
Stop for Coco. I love it.
Yeah, let's get out of the way.
No,
what were you saying?
That white lightning bat he had probably 10-ish years ago, maybe a little bit more. That was probably one of my top 3 bats I've ever used. That thing just seemed so far. The white mayhem seemed so far ahead of everything else at that time. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's great. What I was going to say is, yeah, at that level, though, I feel like it almost when you're on a major team and you're, you know what I mean, like you're at that level for so long, like it is a job at some point. You know what I mean? Like it is a job.
Yeah.
You are there to win. Where it's way different from like outside of the conference, it's way different. I mean, everyone wants to win, obviously, but there's a lot of people who just want to go and have fun. That's why you see teams who are, you know what I mean, like 4 wins in class going to a world tournament and spending all this money. Like they just want to go and have fun.
God, I love seeing those first game.
Yeah,
we love those. We call them bracket fillers around here. Greg's been doing it for so long and at a high level. It's almost like if he's expected to perform every time, which is a good and bad thing. I mean, we hinted on that last night. I mean, even if I was to go, like, let's just say a group of friends, like at your local church was going to do a charity softball tournament and they go, hey, I know, Dustin plays softball, man. Let me call him out there. And you go out there, you're going to be like, I better not fuck up, even though it's a charity event. Like these guys look at me as a tournament ball player. It's the same idea, it's just that you can't have any room for slack. And I mean, I dig it. I like that kind of competitive nature personally. So,
well, and it is, you're getting paid. Like at the end of the day, like those guys are getting money. Like we're going out. It's different. Yeah. I mean, like I am a absolute fucking pill after a loss, depending on the tournament, depending on the game, all that shit. But like, I know you don't want to talk to me a half hour after. Now, can you imagine if some of these guys getting, 6 digits, to go play for a year? That's your job. So you are expected. And that pressure is hard.
Sure.
Like, that is hard to perform. Think about, I always go back to golf because it's such an individual thing. But think about when you're in a match and you're either head up or you're chasing, you're pressing, you're trying to do something a little cool or different. That's when you really see what people's nerves are like. And for these guys like Greg to go out and perform day after day, at bat after at bat, like it really shows the mental toughness.
Yeah, I mean go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say not only that, but you have even at the lower end of the conference, you see it like the competition within a team is super high. So you can't take it lightly, right? If you get that shot, you got to make sure that you're putting in the work and you know what I mean, you're there to win the game and help that team win the game. I mean, you see so many teams just like, all right, we're cutting this guy, we're bringing on 3 guys this weekend to try him out. And Mailman, I was going to kick it over to you. How much have you seen that in the conference, through your career playing?
A lot. Let's not hurt people's feelings. It all depends on this. It all depends on the sponsor and the people who are running the teams, how often the turnover was.
We're not here to play safe, Mailman. Listen,
I've been on teams where it was 3 new guys every weekend, and then I've been on teams where it was the same guys every weekend all year long.
I've had to have fucking white gloves on all week. I don't want to do it here too.
I honestly, personal opinion, I know that sponsors spend so much money from B to major. I honestly think sometimes, not every time, but sometimes the leashes are too short with players.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
because I can give just an example. You've got a guy here, Jackson Watts. He got called up to go play with Kilman's. Went to 3 tournaments. Went to the Smoky. Was his first debut was the Smoky. Played the duel, and I believe he went to Worlds was his 3rd tournament. I think he ended the year with over 700, 9 home runs. Never got a call back. Center fielder, and I'm like,
I think we reached out to him.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, but I have no clue what's going on with our team right now.
Yeah,
So,
he did. I take that back. Okay, so originally he recently got some calls recently, but leading up, Worlds has been over for months.
Yeah,
and it was just kind of just up in the air, and no one. I was just like, damn, man, like, what do you got to do up there? I mean, another person like Greg Hardy, he's another local guy. He got his chance to play majors. First event, he batted over 700, pitched. Second event, not a great turnout, and then they let him loose. And I was like, damn, man, that leash is so short.
Yeah, it's tough. Do you guys know if I think Softball Center used to have one, but there was like a page for guys who like free agents for.
they still have it.
They still have it. I mean, obviously, like a John King's is going to be, way more influential in that area.
Yeah,
Sure.
DW still updates it frequently too.
Is this on?
Yeah,
What is it called? Softball Center?
Yeah, I think it's Softball Center or the old Scout.
I think now it's just on Conference U-Trip.
Conference U-Trip.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. So there's another reason to go back to that website. I mean, DW brought it up a bunch.
So do you just go on there and add your name to the list, or what?
Yeah, you fill out like an email and he puts you on it.
Really?
And it's a pretty good. He's got a lot going on. He's got the updated rumor conference teams. He's got that updated as of January 12th. He just put up the top 10 plays from the Worlds, all the Worlds, not just the major World Series. He put them up for him, all of them. The number 1 play, spoiler alert, was the walk-off in the women's major. Somebody might have watched that to listen to himself, but he's still putting out a lot of content, which is great.
So in those like little areas where they have the free agents, is there an area for videos like because I think I look at John King's and I see his like player like things that he throws up, and they've got videos of them playing defense, hitting. Like I feel like it is for the sponsor, it is tough to go out there and be like, all right, I saw this guy on here. Here's the, you know what I mean? Unless I've seen the guy play.
Wait. So it doesn't tell you where they're from, like what
It
state
does.
they're out of?
If you scroll over to the right some more, it will. There's a whole.
Okay.
There's more columns all the way to the right.
Is there?
Yeah. Like,
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Like gives you like references and all that shit too.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Here's a
Okay.
conference, the
Okay.
team.
Yeah, it gives you
Yeah.
their link to their profile. Yes.
That's actually really good. I was going to say, because if you just throw a name up there without any references,
Yeah.
I mean, people will be like, yeah, no thanks.
It'll be like
Good
Coco.
one.
Yeah, I don't know names.
Yeah.
I got like when I look at that stuff, I got to go on Facebook and like see who they are,
Yeah,
'Cause
you
I
have
see
to
their
look like an
face all
athlete
about-
in your profile.
or just you see their face, you know who they are.
You can't just be, looking like a guy that's walked down the sports aisle at Dick's and be like, I play conference.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'm an A guy. I'm an A player.
I can tell you guys a story. In 2019, we go to Columbus and we're looking for another power hitter. And Kendo knew some guy he played 15 over with, had his son come for a tryout. Showed up with a JanSport backpack, a Walmart glove, and a watch on.
Hell yeah.
So he's hitting BP, he's hitting the ball good. We go test his bat, 150. So we start him the first game Friday night. He was like 1 for 4. We sit him. He takes off and takes Messer's BP balls and screen and never heard from him again.
Oh, my God.
You got paid that weekend with all that
Yeah.
shit. Then.
We got catfished.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
We never
Wow.
let it. I still bust test balls to this day about that.
That's
Um,
rough.
But that is the hard thing. Like we were, figuring out who's who and just kind of looking like with those pickup teams this weekend. You're trying to figure out who's who, and some people are better at it than others. And local guys are easy. Southern boys, you're going to know that Southern circuit well. We're going to know a lot of the Northeast guys. There's plenty of fucking guys, and I keep saying it on here. I've met you before. Man, I really don't remember a lot of, I can't put names to faces all the time, but I know we've talked. I'll dab you up. Don't be afraid to just say, hey, I'm X, and I'll forget your name after we have a great conversation.
Yeah, I've had people, I'm sure you have too. Has people reached out to you before for references? Like, hey, what do you know about this guy?
Dustin, I think you get that more than I do.
Very little.
Yeah, we're just assholes
don't
on our fucking Facebook.
Look, all right, so
and we're from the Northeast, which is not really a lot of guys getting hit up.
I really do. At the end of the day, I try to be as credible as I can. So that goes not just for, when we drop information on things and stuff like that, but it goes as far as like vouching for players. I've had people, hit me up and go, hey man, can you vouch for me? And I'm like, nah, I don't think I can.
Hey, there's definitely been guys that have reached out and they're like, can you reach out to XYZ? And I'm like, do you want me to? Like, I will. But more times than not, we don't. Like, I'm a fucking D player. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting it. Dustin's the big guy. And then you got the mailman. Mailman, by the way, nice of you to fucking get the deliveries done in a timely fashion on Tuesday.
Tuesdays are the worst. Last Tuesday, I was raring to go. I was home at like 5.
Perfect time for that early day.
Yeah.
This week, I was lucky. I had one of the ladies came to help me. But if not, I'd still be out there.
Jesus Christ.
We got slammed, man. They didn't do Amazon yesterday. We were slammed today.
Well, that's the thing. I think what is it? We deliver in rain, sleet, snow, and everything in between. Locust swarms. My mailman didn't come today, I don't think.
I don't know how you boys do it, man. It is freezing here.
What is it? It's going to be 55 high in Vieira on like Saturday. I'm still wearing fucking short sleeves and shorts.
It's going to be cold. I think it was today or tomorrow. They said it's going to get into the 30s.
I think, Challenge Cup might be losing some last-minute roster spots when these things.
J-Ro's still going in the pool at that temperature.
I am. I was going to bring my wrestling singlet, but I decided not to.
J-Ro, when you going down?
Tomorrow morning at 6:05, my flight leaves.
All right.
So not bad. And then next week, I fly into Jacksonville, and I'm actually driving down because it was just cheaper that way.
Yeah, it's not a bad ride. It's probably like 2.5 hours.
It was way cheaper. So listen, we got the Challenge Cup coming up. We're gonna have, first off, Heaven's gonna be a monthly contributor just because we felt bad for his thumbs.
I appreciate that, man, because I really like what y'all are doing. I vibe. If I'm ever in the New England area, we're gonna go fuck some shit up, man, at the bars
and get some pizza.
Yeah, we'll get some pizza in Connecticut.
We'll take care of pizza and I said this to you because I was catching major shit from one large man from another about the mac and cheese steak I had a couple weeks ago. And I said it to you, and I think this is the thing. I eat northern white people mac and cheese all the time. I think that's the problem.
J-Ro, you'll
put some seasoning in there, man.
When Crystal was in Connecticut for Christmas, she brought home a bucket of J. Tim's wings for me.
Best wings in the fucking land.
It was clutch.
Oh, dirty style, right?
Yep.
Beautiful. But yeah, no, it's listen, I say a lot of bad food takes on here, and a lot of them are true. That what I say, the stance is correct. I know my mac and cheese is a horrible take. I know it's a bad take.
I had to send you a picture of some homemade mac and cheese that had shrimp in it, and you were like, no way. And I'm like, bro, zoom in, bro. Fucking shrimp in there, man. What's wrong with you, man?
And I sure as fuck did. Said, okay, I'd fuck with that. That doesn't look like any mac and cheese I've seen around here. Listen, but I have a fat man complex where I just feel like eating stuff like that in public, I'm like, they're like, there's the big guy eating mac and cheese. What a fat fuck. It's a weird mental thing. I've got mental disorders, so it's cool.
There is a place at Columbus, Ohio. When we went to the Mojo, it was called like Fried Mac or Fried Mac and Cheese, or it's somebody can vouch for that restaurant. And literally every table in the restaurant, I don't know why it was so fun to us, but like every table had It's fucking just mac and cheese. Everybody had their own, like, and I'm like, this is the most mac and cheese I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why you had to be there. I'm sorry. It's obviously inside joke, but fuck, man, it was wild. Like, everybody had their own. It was wild. So,
Well, here's the crazy thing. You've gone to the Mojo. You've done Winter Worlds at Myrtle. What the hell are you doing traveling outside of Georgia in that cold of weather?
I was younger and I was completely ill-informed.
Could be nice. It could be nice.
Yeah, I mean, Mojo was definitely on our bucket list. It's something that I always wanted to do, but and I say that everybody should do it once at least.
Yeah.
If you do it twice, you're fucking crazy.
I actually was talking about this with somebody today. Could you imagine that tournament in June?
Oh, it'd be epic.
That tournament would be one of the best tournaments to ever go to, because it is a fun tournament and it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, who really wants to play softball in that weather? No.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit last time. I think that it's now created its own identity. It's like the reputation kind of, holds true. Like, you're signing up for the gauntlet, basically.
Is that this weekend too?
No, that's in end of March.
Yeah, it's coming up.
End of March. No, this weekend we got men's and women's D&E kicking off the Challenge Cup. I fucked myself tomorrow. I didn't block off my calendar enough, so I have a bunch of calls towards the end of the day. I'm hoping to get down to Vieira at the end of the day. I want to get to check out some of those new bats, maybe get some content even. All right, let's dive into these Southern boys.
Did they give you a media pass or what?
Not yet. Maybe next
week. They got bat wars going on down there too.
Yeah, that's what I want to head down for. Yeah. We'll just run through this real quick. Women have 5 E teams. Quick question. Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Washington, Indiana.
What a waste of time.
I mean, women's E, like 5 of them. Do you have many women's E team first off in Georgia and Florida?
They literally just. Oh, you said Florida. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mailman. My bad.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I kind of figured you'd have that answer. Georgia, how about Georgia for your girl's favorite softball influencer?
They just literally WSL just added E women's division here locally, and they haven't started it. It'll be new this year, but UTRIP doesn't have it. I've never seen an E women's team before, so.
We don't have any around here, right, D? Coco? We don't. The lowest we've had is D.
I'm actually looking at it now. We had, in the Northeast last year, there was 3. Oh, no, that's this year. That's this year. Hold on.
Okay.
Why is there? Oh, my goodness.
It's
You can search for the 2025 teams on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Now. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, the men's E division is pretty much the same as the men's D. We're looking at probably, I know the D is 49. I would say the E is probably around the same, if not a little more. Women's D, women do love playing in the D.
Yeah, they do.
They have about, I don't know, 20-ish. So not bad, but the E division just looks like a thing to really watch out. Like, that's a tough one. That's just you want to go to Florida and be out of fucking Boise, Idaho.
This damn UTRIP site is fucking terrible. I can't
it's
even
better than the old one or the new one.
I can't even search teams right now.
When they switched it over last year and then went back to the old thing, whatever they switched to was Garbo.
See, I liked it I liked it for a little bit, and then it was just not good.
You got to click Z softball. Why isn't it just softball?
Yeah, I don't understand.
It goes
that
back
option
and
either.
forth.
I
don't have the Z right now. I just have softball.
I don't get it. So there was no E women's teams in Florida last year.
Okay. Yeah, it's hopefully that program that division can grow on the women's side. Again, it's just more of just get more people. It's crazy that you have 4 teams from out west, really. But who the fuck wouldn't want to leave Montana right now? All right, so let's dive into men's D&E. I mean, this is
what do you think that flight is though? Montana right now? Montana to Florida?
So you're going from Bozeman, or you're going from like Bozeman if you're in the south, which I got to imagine that's where most of them are. Hopefully they don't have any weather. It's a fucking flight. Like,
Gotta
fuck
be.
that.
It's got to be fucking snowing.
Yeah, for sure.
Bozeman to Denver, Denver to Orlando.
Yeah. Or maybe they fly to
For
Vegas.
5 teams.
I'm on it. I'm searching a flight right now.
Pass.
Yeah, for 5 teams, I don't see how that makes sense. I mean, it's almost like you just make it a women's D.
Right.
Mm.
I'll just meet you. I'll meet you in Albuquerque or meet you in Phoenix instead of coming all the way across the country to Florida.
No,
Unless you want the beach, then go to Mexico.
I hope them girls got some stuff already worked up with some of the E&D dudes down there because there ain't no way, bro. 5 teams for that shit, man. Fuck that.
So I played Sunday in a 1 pitch. I heard the men's B is only 5 teams and it's still 4 days long.
What?
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
Who else is down there for them?
I have no clue.
Men's, I'm going to pull that up real quick.
Coco will get on that. Coco's got to be on that.
I just got the flight, and then I can get on another one. Sure thing.
Jesus Christ.
Go boat.
Hurry up.
He's only got 1 tab. I can only do 1 tab.
I can only do it one thing at a time.
You stop at O'Hare. 464 round trip next week on Wednesday. There's nothing for this Wednesday.
I guess that's not that bad.
Not bad.
That is
464.
fucking terrible. What is wrong with you?
That's just the flight. Imagine a rental car and then the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Hotel or wherever you're staying. Yeah. Fuck, man.
For a
So we're
5-team
looking-
tournament, that's tough.
Yeah.
8 men's B team. I know the major is starting Friday. And the women end on Sunday morning or afternoon. So if anybody, my flight leaves on Sunday next weekend at 1:55 out of MCO. If anybody wants me to make sure I can stay for the entire Women's Open and want to change that for me, you can hit me up on the side. I will be more than willing to take money to change that flight. But yeah, so it's 8 B teams for the Challenge Cup next week.
In this 4
What state-
days.
What states are represented?
California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Ohio, Texas. That could be a really fucking good division.
8 teams is kind of nice though. I kind of like that, and it makes sense for B, right? Because B is where you really start to kind of you move out of your little bubble, and it's more of like a regionalized team. I feel
That is.
So
I'm
it's
looking
harder
forward
to get.
that one.
It's harder to get like a solid, I would say, 10 actual B guys from each state, especially around here.
I want to say there was someone said this on my page. I think there's 69 B teams that are U-Trip classified. So you figure 3 teams. I mean, I don't know how many from each state, but I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad for 8 teams. 4 days is stupid to have 8 teams down there, but
yeah, for sure. But the other thing is like for those like the numbers that they're looking at all the teams that registered. So there's definitely a handful to 10 of those teams that are just like someone paid $25 and never did anything with it.
some of those teams
what I
have
mean?
the pulled up C guys too, though, right? I mean, there's no way they're all
Definitely.
Yeah, you can
Definitely.
play. You could have a whole team of C guys
Just playing the B.
playing
just to
B.
play the B. Yeah.
But
Yeah, we looked at that last after major. I feel like that was one of the episodes where we did look at how many B teams there were, and there was around that number. But I would probably say real B teams that were played the season. I think you're probably looking at around 45-ish, 50-ish.
There are-
I put it there too.
are they
there are
bat
many.
testing for Challenge Cup?
They have in the
They
past.
have in the past. Yeah.
I'll tell you Thursday.
That's interesting.
Depends on
I
what
think
bat
they
comes
just-
out.
I think they just sticker the bats.
It's better than nothing.
I can tell you this: for the 35 and over last year, they didn't test bats, and it was fucking wild.
Were they allowed senior bats at 35 and
Not
over?
35, no, but you can swing 220s.
Oh my god!
It
I
was
gotta tell you.
fucking nuts, dude.
I wish the senior wasn't so late. Because I get elongating the whole process in the week and then making it a month, and but man, when it's a senior Challenge Cup, it's fucking during school vacation
Yeah.
for the Mid-Atlantic North people. I know you guys do like 4 weeks at Christmas. Like y'all down south, like you're like, if you want to go to school, go for it. We'll still let you in our wonderful state universities for $3. But up here, we have to go to school sometimes because it's $80,000 to go to fucking tuition. Jesus Christ, why am I talking about this? I hope my kid goes to either makes money somehow modeling or like maybe
She
she'll
can play
be
an
like
instrument.
fucking do something because I don't want to pay for college.
Band offers scholarships. You better put her on an instrument.
Women's golf.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good one. So anyway, but let's dive in here for this D&E. I got to figure. Listen, Georgia. You guys got here's where I'm wondering about Georgia. In E, you have 3 teams. In D, you have 1. Does E hurt the Georgia chance to win it? Because you guys have been kind of dominating the E division in the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. How does that hurt your chances to go run it? Or is there enough good E players down there to have 3 teams?
So I will spill the beans a little bit. There are players on some of those E teams. There's one team, I can't remember which color, don't ask me. One of them is absolutely dog shit. There's another one that is really good, but they didn't have U-Trip profiles. U-Trip, J-Mag, and, we have new directors last year. So they were spent a lot of the year trying to get players to register and, get their profiles online. But some of these guys that are on that Challenge Cup team only played, the states or whatever it was that was a required tournament. So there's other guys that didn't have a U-Trip profile to the very end there, and they played D in WSL, but they're E in U-Trip. So there'll be a few bags of sand down there on one of those teams.
Fucking shocking. That'll be Georgia Red, it looks like.
But I will say the D team no, I'm sorry. No, we finished second in D last year. The D team that's going isn't as good as the D team that finished second last year.
Oh, that's some shade.
That's true. They're not those caliber players that went last year are all playing. They're all C and above right now. So, I'm not saying they're going to be bad. They could still make a run. I'm just saying they're not as good, and that's just facts because they're not even in the same class as these guys now. Can they make a run? Sure, but we'll see. I got
to tell you, I was going through the Georgia D roster. Hopefully like some of these women E teams are. And I didn't see anybody from Loud and Heavy. And listen, I know I don't have a ton of knowledge on the Georgia scene, but playing them at Worlds, there's definitely a couple guys that was like, fuck.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you guys now, the Northern Florida team is going to be good.
There was – I mean, cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're going to be good. They played us on Sunday, and in the last one pitching, they beat us when we had a pretty good team. They're going to be good.
Okay.
They have a couple young kids on that team that are really, really good. This Luke kid on their team. He's a skinny lefty. He fucking kills the ball.
Who is it?
Luke. It's on the Northern Florida team.
I don't see. Oh, Luke Ard.
Yeah, he kills it.
And FYB. Fuck you old bitches.
Yeah.
FYB they've been around for a minute now.
Yeah. That Northern Florida team is going to be good.
The reason why, you can look and see that, like, I don't even think we're sending the C team, or we may be sending the C team. Anyways, there was a shuffle of coaches. I'm just going to spill the tea on Georgia Challenge Cup right now.
Goddamn teacup.
There was a lot of the coaches were trying to finagle the rules a little bit and try to bring more than the required 3 players per team. And now I will say, to their credit, there are other teams that I've seen in other states represented with more than the 3 players. So I understand why they're doing it, but at the same time, why are they getting told no? But this state over here has been told it's okay. So and our coaches were gonna sponsor. They're gonna so they're paying for hotels, and some of these guys are getting gas and all this stuff. And now they're saying they can't bring their the 1 or 2 guys extra. At the end of the day, they're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. So,
well, I think the main reason is because Georgia has to hear no every once in a while. You guys get told do whatever you want in softball.
I'm for it.
I think
it.
I think the problem is they were letting too many teams get away with having their 3 guys and then 3 other guys being the coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've seen. Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
coach/player, assistant coach/player.
Yeah.
Yeah, UTRIP really needs to. I'm a stickler for rules. I don't care what it is in life, in softball, in everything. If you have a rule, enforce it. If I get pulled over for not having my seatbelt on, am I happy that I get a warning? Sure, but I 100% deserve a ticket for not having my seatbelt on. I'm just a stickler for rules. Don't have a rule in a rule book if you're not going to enforce it, and that's globally. You know what I mean? That's for everybody. So if you have a team that has to essentially, if you have a C team, you only have 2 C teams in your state, and you can only pull 3 players from each team. That means you got to pull up a D guy or potentially an E guy. It is what it is. Like our major team that's going is pulling up E and D guys and even C guys to play on the major Challenge Cup teams.
That's funny you say that because my player profile, I looked at it January 1. It went from me being registered out of Connecticut to being Florida, and I never even changed it. So I don't even know how it changes.
Because you're too big of a dog now. That's
somebody been watching.
Hickey made sure.
I mean,
He watches this podcast. He made sure to get that right.
I should have been able to play with the New England team because there's other guys that are playing the major with states they don't live in anymore. Yeah, it was bullshit.
And then you have some teams in the major that North Carolina, South Carolina team
and Tennessee.
Yeah, but Marshburn got kicked off though. He said that last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's some more tea for you. Supposedly Marshburn still has a house in North Carolina, but he's been living in Tennessee for the past 3 years. He even played for the Tennessee Challenge Cup last year.
Right.
And so he was trying to combine with states. And see, North Carolina and Georgia has combined before in the major, and they ran through everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said, no more of that. You got to be from your state. So then they still let the Carolinas combine. That's what I'm saying. Like, why have the rules if you're gonna?
Yeah, why make a rule and then just be like, we'll let you this year.
Well, I get why the Carolinas can combine. I get why, North Carolina, Tennessee could combine. How the fuck does North Carolina and Georgia combine?
Because they touch. There's just a eensy weensy little section that touches.
Like when I fucking poke my turtle head out at my wife, and I'm like, "Hey, honey."
If your state touches, you're allowed to. You were originally allowed to combine as long as your state touched the other one.
I did not know that North Carolina and Tennessee and Georgia touched.
Yep, my mother lives in Highlands, North Carolina. It takes 3 hours, and you got to cross the Georgia line to get to it.
Oh yeah,
doesn't make sense.
But you had just said it. There are some major teams that are bringing up D, E, C guys.
Yeah,
to play on the major team, like because it's their state. And that's what they have.
Yeah.
And then there are other places that like you can just take.
That's what I'm saying.
4 major guys from 2 of these states and have 8 out of your 10 starting guys major players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, we don't have to look far. Look at New Hampshire's D team. There's 5 from one team. We're talking about the rules.
Yeah.
There's 5 from
but the rules are also too, because I ran into this last year. If you ask people and they say no, you're allowed to ask more than the allotted players on that team.
It's a simple fix.
You have to have that in emails.
Oh, right. So it's like if you can't fill the team, essentially,
right?
You can add.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All they got to do is say that they never, I asked, 100 people and they all said no. So just so happens the best guys in these 2 teams can go all of a sudden.
You're asking the fucking bookkeeper and the 14th guy on the bench if he wants to go. He says, "Oh yeah, okay, cool, we got this one," but nobody else responded.
Yeah,
we send it to like that Bring It podcast email that cease and desist letters go to.
Look,
it's.
Until they start enforcing the rules, and this is, we're all adults here. If you're not going to enforce the rules, to me, it's always going to look like a money grab because if you don't have the necessary players to play and field the team, your ass can't go. Period.
I don't hate it. Here's where this is where I look at it like a money grab with this tournament. I like the premise of it. I'm looking forward to being down there for a couple weeks. I think there needs to be something. I get that every team can have two, or every state can have two teams. I get that. I don't think it's right.
I don't think it's right either.
I think you should have like Florida. I 100% get why there's 3 Florida teams. Makes sense. California, I'm surprised there's not maybe one more Florida team, especially where the North California team's registered out of LA. I'm surprised there's maybe not one more there. Like, I would like to see it done based on registered teams in that state. I think that would then help build it in programs. I think that would help build the different divisions. And I don't know if that would do it, but it would make way more sense than having, 3 Idaho teams or 2 Idaho teams coming when they sent one team to a world.
I mean, it's all over the place, right? Because then you have New Hampshire, who we don't have a registered C team,
right?
But we have a Challenge Cup team, and it's like 3 or 4 states.
Yeah,
really?
Like it makes up like 3 or 4 states where those guys live.
Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire,
Rhode Island.
What?
Rhode Island, I believe.
No.
Quoto's on the team.
Yeah. 4 states.
He's either Mass or Rhode Island, because I know he's not from New Hampshire.
Okay.
New Hampshire touches Rhode Island if you go out.
That's because none of the states have
if you take a boat in the Atlantic, you can touch Rhode Island at some point.
Who knew we'd be getting fucking geography lessons?
I don't know if Connecticut is sending one men's team to the Challenge Cup this year.
Really?
Besides the 35 and 40 and overs.
Holy shit! There's no fucking D team.
There's no D team. I don't think there's a D team.
Did you say Connecticut?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys, how is it that the world champion?
Oh, I'm about to go get that.
Right? They were a world champ, West World, right?
Yeah.
They don't send a team to the.
I don't even think that the SST guys were even asked to put a team together for it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's not a single men's Challenge Cup team.
So what I like that Hickey does is Hickey does the team that wins states brings, is allowed to pick the coach. Hey, Heaven, how do you guys pick coaches down there in Georgia for these Challenge Cup teams?
So in years past, it was if you won, there was 2 tournaments that you were able to win the Challenge Cup. It was the states, and I think there was all right. So we had a guy named Greg Millsaps down here. He passed away. I think if you won that tournament as well in your division, you also got qualified to be a coach. You could, if you won it, like we had one guy who won the coach both tournaments. Like he played both tournaments, and so he won it twice. So he was able to give it to somebody else as well. But last year with the new directors coming in, they were kind of like he had to make the calls and make his own judgment call on who got to be the coaches. So
okay. Yeah, I think I like how coaches are established in other states. I like how Hickey does it with winning states. I think that's a good one to do. Or have a specific tournament. If you win that, you're the coach of the Challenge Cup team and you get to pick it.
Right.
I like that.
I mean,
I'm totally eating on this podcast right now.
You are.
You still sounds better than
I got salmon. Let me know if it gets smacking.
What do you got? What do you got in there?
Salmon, broccoli, and white rice.
Nice.
Wow.
Here we go.
Are you cutting
Heaven.
for a big
Yes,
show?
Heaven's cutting. Dude.
Heaven's getting ready for OnlyFans, baby.
Yeah.
He's going to show us some snow.
I just ate 3 hot dogs wrapped in croissants.
Ooh. That is seriously fuckable. Love that. I think like everything, right? There's this Challenge Cup is a great. Actually, I can't even say it's a great tournament. I've never experienced it. I'm going to experience it. It seems like a great tournament, especially from the outside, especially when hypothetically there's people broadcasting it. It's fun. We know how these teams are selected. Like, we get it. But I like...
A sponsor gets involved. They're like, this guy's going to... I have a friend who's going to pick the team.
I mean, the true way it should be, fuck a limit on players from teams. You get your best players. No matter if they're all on the same fucking team, and you let them go down there and play. That's how.
Now
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Don't limit it. If you
Yeah.
really want the best team, let the best team go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
If it's
If that's what
fucking
it's going to
7
be.
guys from one team, it is what it is, man.
Well, was
Yeah.
the one of like the Miami teams that won, I think D Worlds a couple of years ago, or did real well in D World. They sent their entire team as the Challenge Cup team. It was them and one other team combined.
Mhm.
Don't hate that.
No,
I get it.
mean, the rules weren't there to
Yeah.
be able to do that, but they did it, and it was like
Mhm.
that's our best fucking team right there.
Yeah,
And they went out.
That's
And
how it's.
I think they
That's
won.
how it should be.
All right. Well, on the flip side, if your state sends their best players and they go 0-4 or shit the bed, should they be allowed to represent your state again the next year?
Ooh.
Probably not, right?
Just
Well, this is the
another
You
thing,
bunch
wouldn't
though.
think so. I mean, you would think that,
They-
yes, someone's got to get the axe, right?
Or
Well,
they're
it's
gonna
just
get,
like
or
Mike
they're gonna
McCarthy.
get bumped. Or they'd be bumped because they do good during the year. They get bumped. They can't
Yeah.
go. They got to go play C or
Yeah, that's
C or
true.
E or whatever. They get bumped.
We do have a unwritten rule. I don't know if players know this, and they might know it now if they watch this, but if you're on a Challenge Cup team, you try to put in an appeal, automatically denied.
That's kind of
Sa-
how ours is.
Yeah, same thing up
He's
here.
not sure.
Hickey said, he goes, if you're on a Challenge Cup and you try to put an appeal in, you're fucked. Like, don't even waste your
Don't even
breath
try. Yeah.
writing that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I like that idea. If you have a shit showing and that's how you go about it, it's the best of whatever you think. Yeah, they shouldn't go back. Hickey does. He said it in the past. Our Mass State director. He has evaluators. He has people at these tournaments. So like when it comes time to pick a Challenge Cup, he has a list of names he thinks should be on this team, and he's done a great job with that.
I think there was 90 something reclasses this year.
For what? Like from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.?
No, I think
from
that was it.
just from that state.
I'm pretty sure, unless I heard it wrong when someone was telling me.
There's no way Hickey's on Hickey? Like in Mass?
Maybe Connecticut. Maybe it was just Connecticut.
Hickey's lurking. He'll let us know.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to assume it's probably just Connecticut.
That even seems late for Connecticut though.
Let me see if I can find that text.
But no, Heaven, have you played in the Challenge Cup?
Nope.
You coming down for it at all?
Absolutely not.
It's a fucking haul for you anyway, isn't it? What, 8 hours?
Yeah, it's a drive. Jason wants me to go down there. He was like, man, come on down here with the Bat Wars and all this shit. And I'm like, bro. So for me, I think the Challenge Cup, the idea of it is awesome.
Yeah.
Let the best players from your state represent your state and go play. Great. I only want to go to Vieira for Worlds.
I don't blame
That's
you.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only time I want to go to Vieira. I've been there once already. In the Challenge Cup, I've been asked for 35 and over. I've been asked for D teams before, and I can't get behind it right now. I'm just not motivated enough to do it, and the weather looks pretty fucking cold. So I think I'm not wanting to do that.
Dude, the weather looks not great.
2 years ago, it was miserable.
Right.
And I was sick, man. It was the worst experience I've ever been a part of 2 years ago. It was like 30 degrees and windy and rainy and nasty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, screw that. I'm good.
I'm debating if I bring down the leopard print coat for next weekend at the Open.
I didn't bring that 2 years ago. I didn't bring sweatpants or a sweatshirt. I had to go and buy them because it was so cold.
I packed that up. I'm hoping it's decent, but it doesn't look it. But for us northern boys, we'll be fine. You southern guys get soft quick. Bat Wars, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing that stuff. I'm looking to seeing what new bats we got out there. I know Louisville's got a bunch out there. Anarchy just reordered another 46 bats of the Magic Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
So
go.
if you didn't get in on that first, Jesus Christ, that was quicker than some fucking guys busting a nut with how quick those 54 went.
17
Good for
hours.
you, man. Good for
Wait,
you.
what? 17 hours, 54 bats?
Yeah.
Can't you hear the excitement in his voice? He sounds like me calling a triple play.
Did you buy them all and just start pushing them out the back door for like?
No, and they're all paid for. And they'll be
Really?
the shipping next week to us, so we should have them in 2 weeks.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Noted here, bad spot in the top of the 7 for Bololi. Roll over, Bones 1, Bones 2, Bones 3! Let's go, triple play! Oh, baby!
That's what I get. I tried to show emotion in that, and I fucked it up. I'm going to stick to my not talking.
That was unbelievable how well you did there.
You told the runner to get down.
Well, you know sure as shit that his fucking on-deck batter wasn't helping him out. Someone had to.
You guys should have won that game.
That game, yeah, we definitely should. It was only like, I think we lost 13-6 or something like that.
Yeah, you guys should have won that game.
Yeah, we were right in that game the whole time.
Yeah, you definitely sound like things were going well with how I was laughing as the clip started. I think that was in the 6th inning, though. It was towards the end of the game. That was a good one.
Was that you hitting into a triple play or?
No, that was who was that? Who was that against?
That was Sports Reach.
It was against Sports Reach.
Sport Reach. Yeah, D was pitching. He went down for the duel last year. No, he didn't. You didn't go to the duel, so you can get C Elite. So
I got cut.
No, a guy who got cut was he was still waiting on his reclass answer.
You? No. Oh,
No.
your brother.
My brother.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's gotten them yet.
I know some people have.
So is that big gorilla going to be down there this weekend, or is he only going next weekend because of the bats?
He said he's got to go down there tomorrow, come back, and then turn around and drive back down Sunday. He's flying down tomorrow, flying back for something that he's doing down there, and then he's got to drive down Sunday. He's like, man, just come down there with me Sunday. I was like, no fucking shot. No.
Big
just don't wanna
motherfucker.
They don't want to be driving by themselves. That's why they're asking.
That's exactly. It's exactly why he's asking me. Yeah, no. His new bat looks good though.
Which one's that one?
It is the new
Purple?
Vanilla Gorilla. No, the purple one's been out. Yeah, it's
like isn't it like goldish silver?
Yeah, it's like a gold, and it's got a black barrel.
They have
Jason Magnum render with like a digi camo on it.
They have new technology too, right?
Well, not in this one. No? All the new techs. Now, I will say this: I'm not affiliated with nobody, but those new techs that are coming out in early April are starting out at 270 doing the wrapper.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard it's a huge change from what they used to be.
I've hit the prototype, and I was like, let me know when this comes out. In like the middle of summer. It was good. Real good.
I was talking to Mike Cornell down at World. That's what he said. He said the new tech coming out. He's like, watch it. He's like, It is going to be a fucking legit one.
Yeah, and see, when you hear that from somebody who sells it, I know sometimes it's hard to take their word for it, but Corny's a straight up dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I swung the prototype in like June or July of last year, and I was like, let me know when this comes out because this is ridiculous.
Here's a question for you. Yeah, and you probably know more than some of us do, but like the Axe bats. I saw one sawed open yesterday. I saw the thickness on the barrels. Did I see it on your page?
I don't know, but I did see the same video.
Okay, then it wasn't on your page. I don't know.
Probably Swing Cartel's Instagram.
It was him. That's what it was.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, it was interesting because the swing side was thicker by like a full 1.5 millimeters than the other side. I just still wonder how those hold up. Like, I know Sammy's swinging them at Smoke Sports.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that either. I don't get how. I'm telling you what, though, some of them fuckers this year sounded stupid.
Yeah. Haven't you swung it?
Yeah, I've swung them. I swung the burgundy one, the Inload, and the balance version. They're good. They're really good. Just for me, I have OCD out of this world, and if I'm thinking about anything other than hitting the ball when I get in the box, I'm not gonna do well. So sitting there trying to figure out if I'm holding it right is like
But the new knob is a little different though. It's more round than it is an axe.
A little flared, yeah.
Yeah.
I treat all my bats like an axe bat. I only hit, again, with the OCD, I only hit on one side of my bats. Every bat I get.
I do the same thing. I always face the stamp to me every time.
I usually just hit on whatever the name of the bat is called. That's the side I hit on.
Okay.
So like the Vanilla Gorilla, I hit on the Vanilla Gorilla side. I don't hit on the DeMarini side or whatever it is.
I look at it so with the Louisvilles, Louisville, I'm looking at Louisville, and then I'll get in the box. We're weird.
I just grab my bat. I just grab my bat and walk into the box. I don't look at what side I'm hitting it on. I'm sorry.
I have friends, just like this. I have friends that go, just pick the bat up and go. And I'm like, no, it's got to be perfect. I got to be checked in.
Anything to do with swinging wood bats in baseball, where you had to look at the logo, otherwise it was more likely to break?
Yeah, I don't know.
I swung all aluminum until I was 13, and I picked up a basketball.
I'm just stupid enough where I need something to like refocus. So like here, I also only swung with the pink side on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like pink, why not? But like I'd always look at the anarch. Maybe this is the bat that started it all. It was just it's a little set.
I have a little bit of science behind it. It's not just my complete OCD. The idea is if you take a bat and you're only hitting it on one side and you go play a tournament that tests, you have a 50% chance that they're going to test the side that you haven't hit on. So it will essentially be higher testing than the side you are hitting on.
More Georgia sandbagging. Got it.
That's everywhere. That's actually being smart.
Yeah.
I know guys who mark their bats on which side they want up in the tester when they have their bats tested.
Oh wow!
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long you guys been playing. There used to be. I mentioned this actually on my group a while back, but the Worth bats. I think it was Worth and Mikan. You could look at the connection where the barrel, and you could see it. It would thick, and then it would get thin again. And
that maroon and black Freak 30 was like that.
Mm-hmm. They say that one side was a BP side, and the other side was your gamer side. But
it's a good thought. I just think, like in BP, I'm rotating that bat all day. Doesn't matter if it's my gamer or not. Like even if it's just my BP bats, I'm still rotating her all the time. But in a game is where I become fucking a mental midget.
I want that thing hot as hell, man.
But how many tournaments test near you? Do you get a lot of tournaments to test?
So we definitely test every time you hit a pitcher, which happens a lot down here. We have, the testing before tournaments, it's a give and take. Like some people really like the idea of it, but it also is a huge inconvenience for, you got an 8 a.m. game and you got guys that are driving 2 hours. It's like, then you got to stand in line. And I think you should test it every tournament, but it should be your final 8 teams or your final 4 teams. But test if you hit pitchers, obviously. But, if you go to U-Trip Worlds right now, they don't test your bats until Sunday. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, what's the difference? So
I'm a big, and I've been pushing for that in Connecticut before I left. I don't care if you got to be there at 5:45 in the morning. Test every fucking bat. Guys can get up at 5:45 and start drinking. They can get there at 5:45 and test their bats.
I understand your argument. I like it.
JB did that this year, him and Paulie, and it was, I'm telling you what, it was fucking great. Hickey was the same way in Mass. Like, Hickey fucking hates it, and I get why. Like, he's like, I don't want to fucking be doing this, but, I don't want shit bads. I don't want shit bats in tournaments.
Yeah.
Come on. We know a tournament's not testing. We've heard the stories. Fuck, I saw somebody swing a 90.
They also have, so if a bat fails, I personally think what they should do, there was a guy that was sanding them down or doing something to them.
Texas.
Yeah. So
he got told to stop.
Yeah. Oh, did he?
I think so.
Wow. See, I would just be like, okay, look, we're going to sticker this bat as a fail sticker, okay? And we're going to write the ID number down. If this bat comes back up for testing or you found used in play, you're suspended.
Yep.
Over with. Why? That cuts the amount of bats that you're going to test because they're not testing those same failed bats over and over.
It's very hard. It's very legal. There's the legal standards to all of it is very touchy. Because even if you hit a pitcher, or hit an umpire, hit anybody, if you you can't take their bat. They have to surrender it to you. If they don't surrender it to you, they take
You
the
take a suspension. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the legal stuff is written in the rule book. It's really hard to go do that stuff.
I know on the BSC side, when I did it, if you hit a pitcher and your bat failed, you took a 2-game suspension. You had to get the umpire. If your team was still playing, you had to get the umpire of your game to sign this little certificate showing that he signed it. Then you have to do it again. Then you can play that 3rd game if your team's still in the tournament and you don't get your bat back because they essentially would send it off. Now, they held mine hostage for like 9 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever it was. And I was like, dude, either send it off or give it back.
Yeah.
And he finally gave it back. But that was my last BSC tournament. But that was 7, 8 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago. But I do like the idea if your bat fails, whether you know it or not, you sit out a game. They take your bat and you're done for for at least 2 games.
I don't hate that thought, man.
It's hard though, man. The inconsistency on testers is so
right.
Like my tester
I was
could be
gonna bring
30
that
to
up.
40 PSI.
Oh, well, this one was way off. But it wasn't cut though. I mean, 100% it wasn't cut. It was just it was a Mike and Freak 30, and it had seamed up, and that thing was a lightning rod. But
yeah,
I was like, either send it off to prove that it's not shaving, or give my bat back.
Yeah.
So
if the testers were more equal and level playing field, I would totally agree with that.
Exactly. I mean, we see guys who allegedly had bats in league fail and then go anywhere else for tournaments and they're using those bats and they passed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's very, very tough to get that down.
When I'm testing bats, I try and test with the 2 testers the same bat to see how equal they are. If they're way off, we'll only use 1.
I mean, the guys that don't want bat regulations are the guys that are probably doing something dirty.
Or on that blacklist from when they were playing.
Exactly. So,
I mean, it's the bats, and that's fuck. I mean, went to a hotter bat or a less hot bat, but the balls are coming off harder. The balls that we're using are fucking rocks. Like, it's wild. I don't know. I go back to, I know the balls, ASA has it figured out.
I'll tell you right now, I'll give you 6 months if the hardcore is getting used in the conference that they stop using it.
No way.
Really?
Those things sell bats, man.
It's too good.
Those things sell bats.
I want to know I really, really, really want to know the difference between that and the stadium. I know what they say it is, but I don't think there's that much of a difference.
Yeah, I've heard the hardcores are better than the stadiums. I haven't hit one. I want to hit one.
Oh, dude.
What did I hear? I was told.
Did you ever hit the ISP rocks? I'm told that's what that ball is. I'm told they bought the patent from them, and that's what that ball is. And those things were stupid.
Yeah. I had a guy from Evil Sports. He reached out to me and asked me would I be interested in repping, balls and shit. And I was like, dude, I'm flattered. I appreciate the offer, but I'm only going to buy the balls that they're selling at the tournament, dude. I'm not going to be like – because we have an official ball in most of these associations. We have an official ball, or at least they're good. And so, like, I'm not pulling up to the park with boxes and boxes of balls trying to sell them to people in the parking lot.
Fuck no. That sounds awful. That sounds fucking awful.
Yeah.
I heard the hardcore ball was the stadium ball quicker through the infield versus the hardcore. Like, there was one of those things. Like, one of the balls was quicker through the infield versus the other. Meanwhile, the hardcore ball was knuckles all the way into the outfield.
I got a thing that one of my buddies from down here sent me about balls. I'll send it to you guys later.
Okay. Well, you're really bringing this full circle where we started off talking about the packed inches in the snow and how much a 14-year-old boy should have. Fuck. Gotta keep it awful. Yeah, we got Waddy in here saying the hardcore ball hurts. He wore one nicely. Yeah. Got one of them live on the stream. That was that was good. I don't remember who it was, but it didn't look fun. Maybe Josh Riley, that little guy. All right, so we got Challenge Cup this week. D, then we go into the Open. C, B, Major, all that good stuff. Women's side, men's side. What region do we think is going to come out of here with the most top 3 finishes?
SoCal.
Florida.
Well, I'll tell you about. You said already Texas too. Texas is going to Texas or Florida. That's tough, man. Golly.
Texas always has really good teams in every division.
Man, this is a hard question because
what I'm thinking too
this year too.
Yes, that's where I was going. I'm thinking Ohio.
Good.
Yeah, the Amish kids. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ohio won the major last year. I think they're bringing the same team back.
You know what? I'm gonna ride with the Amish, man. That's a safe bet.
It's gonna take a while to get where you're going.
Oh,
hey, Coco's here. I mean, you look at it like, I look at Georgia like we were talking about with the D. I'm a little worried with having that many teams.
You'll be fine. Trust me.
Well,
how many teams are in the D?
3 from Georgia.
No, total.
49.
That's a lot.
No shot. Registered D teams in Georgia?
No.
In the
49 teams in the Challenge Cup.
Oh, I was about to say. I wish.
I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. This Ohio. I'm looking at the Ohio D team. Oh, boy. Oh, you want to talk about not following the 3-team rule? There's one right here. But looking forward to seeing those guys. I think Ohio could have a solid shot across all divisions. The Florida ones, does splitting up into the north-south panhandle, does that hurt Florida? Texas, when you get to the upper division, it's going to be good. But I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious to see if a Canadian team makes it. How the fuck does Tennessee have 3 teams? Tennessee Central, and Tennessee East.
It's a big state.
Tennessee's big.
It's not that fucking big. Coco, how many teams went to D Worlds from Tennessee?
I'll be right back.
Thanks, baby.
Just for curiosity, I know Dustin's C class, right?
He's
I'm
B ranked.
He's B.
Okay, B. Okay, B. J-Ro, you're D. Mailman's conference. What does Coco do? Is he just what are we doing,
C.
Coco? C class.
Loves the C.
Okay.
He's good defensively.
He's an overbearing.
Go back to my research, assholes.
He's learned how to hit these last couple of years.
Heaven, I'll tell you what, too. If you guys want to go on a road trip, I hope you enjoy driving because he doesn't. Coco is not a driver.
Hey, you know what? For you,
he's not going to.
I'm willing to help.
He's not going to fall asleep on you.
No, I will not. I'll even let you drive my car. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't like driving.
If I'm driving, I got to be in charge of the radio. That's my only
Yeah, have it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll talk right through it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm very quiet here, but you get me in a confined space, I don't shut the fuck up.
I'll start playing a song, turn it up, and that's when you want to start talking about this. Shut the fuck up, man.
Heaven, what class are you? You a D guy? You?
I'm a D guy, but we
right.
sandbag a little bit down here. So
Yeah, no shit.
we do a lot of C and D mixes. A lot of E and D will play each other, but D. I'm D class.
He's a Georgia D, which is essentially like a Massachusetts B.
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. It's not true.
At least a C.
I can hit a little bit, but my glove is whatever the lowest class is and below that. My glove is trash.
We're not going to see you in the middle? Is that what you're telling me?
No, and actually when I first started playing 10 years ago, I played middleman. I was about 80 pounds lighter, but yeah. 100% play middleman.
Oh, fuck.
I see too many people take it off the face, man. I'm like, hell no. I don't want no part of that shit.
But that's the fun part. That's the fun part when you get one that kind of bounces up on you. You got to wear it a little bit. That's the fun shit. No?
You work from home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to keep this intact, man. My teeth, my face. I got to knock on people's doors and, be approachable.
You're barely approachable as it is. So.
That's right. I have to hide my tattoos and shit. It's like,
walking around in a turtleneck in fucking middle of July down in Georgia.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I threw a mouth guard in 2 seasons ago, just for a little thing, get out of my head. Because, playing on some of this dirt up here, you get some of these hops. So I threw a mouth guard in, and good enough. I'm good.
I wore a mouth guard for a little bit, and I tried a mask for a little bit, and I couldn't do it.
I tried the mask. They don't make them big enough. I'd have to be out there looking like a fucking like I'm playing goalie.
It's just
the masks throw your depth perception off too much for me, man. I
didn't think it was going to do anything. I felt like the ball's just going to break the fucking mask. I mean, it's going to help a little bit, but I felt like it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Bat Wars is gonna be fun. Heaven, what do you got going on coming up at Softball Uncensored? Big week. You've had some big fucking interviews lately. So how do you go about your interview schedule? Just say I want to talk to somebody tonight.
Random. It's pretty random. Yeah. I mean, I was working up. I didn't want to start off with a Greg Cannell and all these people when I first started. Originally, I think I told you this before. Like, I just wanted to do local guys, and then it's kind of grown into what it is now. And at this point, I just kind of ask. I haven't had anyone. Actually, Tyler Marshburn denied the very first time, and I was like, he said he was like, no one wants to hear from him. He's shy. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you just get your ass out here. Like, I'm interviewing you at some point. So I eventually convinced him to do it, but it's just I don't really have I just kind of get in the mood to do one, and I'll just hit somebody up and be like, hey, man, let's do this, or whatever. I really need to get some more local guys back, some shine again.
I think at one point last night, you had over 200 people watching.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't know if you watched the Jamie Neal interview. No one's breaking that, man. We had almost 600 people watching that.
Really?
Yeah. I told Greg he's got all the records, but he ain't breaking that one.
No, that was a huge interview, all around. Like, that was just a great interview, and having somebody on, and especially like Jamie Neal, and getting into a topic that is talked about a lot from different circles and bringing it to the forefront is huge. Well, that's good. Well, Heaven, hey Coco, what do we got for MMFK?
Ooh.
Let me get back to the Tennessee. There was one team in Vieira. One team in Vieira from Tennessee.
He's got the info, yeah.
And so they lost to New Hampshire. They got knocked out by Jeff Strains.
Wow. And they have 3 fucking teams going. One team goes to Worlds, and they have 3 Challenge Cup. See? That's the thing. 3 Challenge Cup teams with 1 team that went to Worlds. Like, that's where we're a little off base.
And that team didn't play in states or a national.
Ooh. I think the Tennessee director at that time was one Jason Campbell, who is no longer there. So
is that the guy who owes everybody everything?
Yeah, it would be him.
Jesus Christ.
That would be the one.
Oh.
All right, I got you though.
All right, let's do it, baby.
Marry, fuck, kill, and you're gonna need. I'm going to fully flesh it out, so you're not telling me I didn't tell you enough information. Marry, fuck, kill. TV and film go together. Sports, like live sporting events, go together, and then music podcasts go together. So marry, fuck, kill, television, film, sports, music podcasts.
All right, when you say sports, just live events, or like I can sit at home and watch sports?
So you could pick up a baseball and play catch with somebody, but there is no games of baseball. There is no football game, but you can throw a football around. You can kick a soccer ball, but there is no games to be played.
Ugh. Okay. And then TV and film, and then music.
Music and podcasts are together.
Okay.
And
wait a fucking second here.
Sure, you got it.
I'm confused. You got to dumb this down for this.
You're fucking. So you're telling me. So we have to choose for our entertainment.
Yeah.
TV and film go together. So any TV show and any movie in all of history.
Yeah.
We're putting sports in a category, but you can't fucking watch sports. You can just play them with yourself and one other person.
The sport. So there's no baseball game. It does not exist.
So it's just you throwing a ball.
Correct. That's all you got left. And then music podcasts.
So it's your form of exercise, essentially, is all it is. So
I'm getting more whiskey from that. Jesus.
I still don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
So, mailman, you could pick up a basketball, you could shoot it at a hoop, but there is no basketball game that you could ever play or watch. You could just shoot. There's
That's
no games
easy, dude.
associated with it.
That one's getting killed by everyone, is it not?
Yeah,
Right.
it's getting killed
Yeah.
100%.
Obviously.
Like that one doesn't even make sense.
What is
Now-
it?
Yeah, I
You're
don't
killing
get
it. You never want to see a sporting event again in your life.
You're not seeing a sporting event. You just said it's only we get to
So there's
play.
no sports.
Yeah.
If you kill it, right? If you
Oh,
kill it,
right.
it does not
Yeah.
exist. Dustin
Okay.
said
Right.
everyone's killing it.
But you only get to
But you-
play with the you only get to look at the ball, like use the ball.
If you
Or
kill it,
well, there's just no game. Oh
No,
if
we're
you
asking what the
kill it.
clarification of sports is. That's what Heaven was asking.
Everything.
So-
He's saying if you kill it, you can. There's
if
no
you
sports.
kill it, there are balls rolling around that you could pick up and throw, but you never played a game of baseball. You never played a game of
Right.
basketball.
But
you
like
could
we
pick up the
can
ball and
watch
throw it.
we can watch a sport. If you marry
Are
it,
there-
you can watch a
Right.
sport, you can fuck it, you can
Correct.
play it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you kill it, I have one last question. If you kill it,
Yeah.
are the films about sports also killed?
Oh, like no Rudy.
I
I
already
think it
know.
has to be. I think it has
I
to be
already
killed.
know mine because I'm a huge movie guy.
Golly, dude, what kind of shit is this, man?
I'm trying to fuck with people right now.
Ugh.
I'm making you look inward here.
Inward? What did you
Mhm.
say?
You gotta look inward to figure this one out.
It's hard
I'm gonna go-
because, fuck, dude, music is.
Right, but can you
Music
get
is-
around that by
is-
watching MTV
Okay.
from the 90s?
All right.
Yeah.
Here's my answer.
Yep.
I have to kind of go off track to get you. This
Yeah.
is my inward talking here.
Okay.
If you had, it's kind of like your senses. Okay, we have 5 senses. Okay, your smell, your touch, your hear, your whatever the fuck they all are. Anyway,
Come on, give me 2 more.
Whatever the other ones are.
So look,
Sight and
if I
taste,
had-
maybe.
Now, one of
Sight
them you
and
don't
taste,
have
that's
good.
it. All right, so look, if I had to pick between being blind or deaf, I'd rather be deaf. I'd rather not hear and still be able to see. I need to be able to see to still be functional out here, okay? Because I can
Yeah,
not
I like
hear
how
you
I
and
like
still
how you're
communicate.
I like how you're doing this.
Yeah, so
That
I can
makes-
still communicate.
makes
So
sense.
I'm going to kill music.
Okay.
I'm going to fuck sports, and I'm going to marry TV film because there's way too many movies out there for me to just throw that under the bus.
Did we
I'm
just
the
become
same-
best friends?
I'm the
Yeah,
same.
it's-
I'm the same exact way too. I'm a huge movie TV guy.
Way too many good
Yeah.
movies out there that are I
I
have
can-
stuff in my library I watch
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
I put on 24/7 Adam Sandler once a week and just watch
And-
all his movies.
In closing on my Marry Fuck Kill, porn is also on TV and film.
But
I
there's
think
there's no music in the background of your porn.
Perfect.
That's fine.
Is there
That's
music in
fine.
any porn?
That's
I
how
don't
it
know.
leads in. That's how you know the pizza man's not a real pizza man.
I don't know. Is this the sorority that ordered the pizza?
Wow.
Instead of
It
just
is na-
did you order
it
the
is now.
pizza? Crickets.
It's hard though because I like music. Music is
Yeah, so here's my question is because I was falling into that same one. But if you are fucking music and you hear it and then you're like, that's it. That's all you get. Just that one time with music.
I'm good with it.
That's tough.
I'm not giving up TV film.
Ooh.
There's no way.
no.
No shot.
You're killing it, right? You said kill. You're not getting that music a single time.
No,
No.
fuck.
Yeah, I killed music and I fucked sports
Yeah,
and I married.
That's what I'm doing too.
Yeah.
Because that one sporting event, I could go to like the 28-3 Super. Oh, that wasn't intentional, but I could go to the 28-3 Super Bowl. That could be the one event.
Yeah. You could pick there's a lot of one-time sports events that is epic that you could be a part of. Yeah, I'm all
Yeah,
for
but
that.
you don't know that going into it.
Exactly. I was going to say, you could also go to one that's just a 0-0 soccer game.
It's okay.
Liverpool playing, I'm okay with it.
That's okay.
You're like, what just happened?
That's okay. I'm okay.
All right.
You could be a lifelong Browns fan and go to that playoff game.
I've had
Against
more
Houston.
fun going to wrestling events as a kid than I've enjoyed at sporting events live.
Besides hockey.
Hockey is so. Hey, side note, I hate hockey. I don't even understand it. It's soccer on ice, basically, but I don't understand how the positions work or any of that. But watching it live
Yeah.
is 1 billion times better than watching it on TV.
Yeah, for sure.
Hockey
have the
live
Atlanta
is the best sport.
Yeah, we used to have Atlanta Thrashers here. They left because we suck at everything here. But there's so
going
much
to a game.
There's so much shit going on off camera that you don't see. That is, I recommend that for anybody. But yeah, that's my Mary Fuck Kill. Final answer.
All right, so final answer: TV, film, fucking sports, and killing music.
And myself and Magic Mike have done the same.
I've got mine. I think I've come down with mine.
All right.
I'm gonna marry music and podcasts. I'm gonna fuck TV and film because that's a good one, and I can kill sports.
Okay. I had originally been killing sports, but I think that one sporting event to me was bigger than one song.
See, sports tough for me because
it's hard to kill music. It's
because here's the thing, like I just look at it as like seeing one thing, like seeing one movie would be awesome anyway, regardless of what the movie is.
What if it was Corky Romano?
Just saying, you get one. It's probably going to be. You're going to be like, oh wow, I've never seen something like this before. Right?
See, I can't. I have to marry sports until my father retires, so I can never not watch him coach again if I don't marry sports.
It's very respectable there because
I love watching, and I love watching my dad coach. And I listen when I'm, playing COD and all that shit. I've got college basketball on, National Lacrosse League. I've got sports on all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna be the merry sport guy. I find sports to be more relaxing but I will wait and watch the most fucked up movie with my one movie. But I don't know if I want to kill music in podcasts, but I think I'm gonna have to. This is a good run, guys. Coco. This is a good one.
Thank you.
This is very good, actually.
I'll change my mind 7 more times before we're off.
Everybody here is killing music but me, which is insane.
But I think it makes sense that you're not.
Performed,
I get right?
Yeah. The fact that you are the biggest Coco fan in the 3 years of this show.
I love him, man.
He's the only reason I'm still on. 100%.
I heard that Coco won the Iowa caucus last night, so congratulations, Coco.
Thank you. I'm up 51%. It was pretty good. Some people are saying I could do better, but pretty good.
Jesus Christ. All right, Heaven. Well, listen, thanks for jumping on. We'll see you again in a month. Heaven's going to be a monthly contributor here. We love having you on. You're a fucking shit talker. You got some good tea, and you fucking vibe with us pretty well. And the more you're on, the better.
I need a bring it hat. I need a bring it hat.
We can probably do that.
Yeah. What size are you? Large?
Large XL. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm getting some. I'm gonna get some made. A little different. I got you.
Cool. Appreciate it.
All right, Heaven, your girl's favorite softball influencer, Softball Uncensored, Evan Hardy, aka Heaven, aka Lord Taser. Have a good one, baby. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, have a good night.
See you
too, baby. I gotta tell you, when I go in to get Heaven's email to send him a link to join us, I love it. Love his email handle. He says, I'm never fucking changing it.
I was laughing at it today.
I don't think I don't look at the email because I just
it's like Lord Taser. Lord Taser and some numbers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yeah. Yeah, this is exciting to get Kickng back off. I was glad to broadcast some games again this weekend. It felt nice. Didn't feel right. It just felt nice. It was kind of like early season trying to get the vibe going.
I was trying to watch and work at the same time. It was so frustrating.
That could be why it takes so long to deliver the mail.
No, I was flying Saturday.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. This guy's government job.
Yeah, I was trying to watch and listen. It just wasn't working out well.
I was talking to somebody today at the end of the day. I was like, why didn't I send this person to the client? And I was going through it. She was like, well, I sent it Friday. And I was going through my calendar. I was like, oh, I had a daycare appointment, to go to a tour. Oh, and then I was broadcasting softball. I kind of cut that part out. I was like, I was touring a daycare. That's what took my rest of my day off. Yeah, I was broadcasting software.
How did those other local teams do? Did they do anything?
BYB did well. It'd be obviously the first third.
Yeah.
AZ 3-2, good little run. 508 Reapers did well.
I know the mixed E team won from Connecticut, right?
Huh? There was a mixed E down there too?
E.
Yeah, there's a mixed E.
I think that's what it was, yeah.
That's the only games Mail-In was watching.
Wow,
I just saw JB post it.
I shit all over it too. I was like, tell you the one level of softball I never really want to watch is mixed E. Mixed E is definitely something I never want to see.
Well, I can tell you the D Worlds this year was fucking worse to watch than anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying that was good.
D's was tough.
Yeah, it was awful.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I caught the wrong games.
508 Reapers finished 9th in D.
No, I mean, I look at that Titans team and I think that they're gonna have a really good year.
Dustin, I watched the same games that you were watching because I saw the same shit happen.
Yeah.
I was playing in them. Yeah.
It wasn't your team.
I know. Trust me. I was down there watching it, and oh boy, some of it was ugly. The North Carolina Challenge Cup team for the women's B won the mixed world or the worlds down in Myrtle. Let's see who's on this roster.
That's what they've been doing up here. They've been holding one pitch tournaments for fundraisers.
Yeah. And
the teams have been playing, and that's why that C team from Jacksonville is going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that's where you see a lot of difference, right? And I'm very curious to see Worlds this year at the D level, where it's now end of September for Worlds.
Oh, they moved it?
Yeah, they flip-flop basically D and major, I think. Not that much.
No, the major is the same weekend.
Is it?
Yeah.
World schedule. But D is now is up way earlier.
So it's how the A Worlds used to be in August. This is when the major was in September though, but it used to be A Worlds used to be first.
I think it should either be E backwards or major backwards.
E should be last.
First. E should be first and have, if you want to play in multiple worlds, you can.
That's what people used to do.
You know what I mean?
I know guys used to stay down in Florida for a month.
Right, like they're on an E team and then they just get picked up as they go.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that sounds like a fucking long month. Although I could rent a place down there. That'd be nice. Should have just rented a place for the week.
So we're doing our video shoot and everything in February. We got an Airbnb for 3 days for $500, which holds 8 guys.
That's not bad at all.
No,
15 minutes from the field.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right. You were saying that. That's nothing.
Yeah. It was like $500 for Sunday checkout on Tuesday.
I need to fucking find that for next weekend.
Speaking of good D games here down at the Winter Worlds.
I always like to do the kangaroo. Are we talking about different D?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's how we started the show, not ended.
Yeah.
It's when you stretch your scrotum out. Yeah,
to
anyway.
go to the championship here, the SC Bears out of Georgia won 2-0 over their opponents.
Come on.
So
What was that for?
that was for
Myrtle
Winter
Beach?
Worlds. Yeah, Myrtle.
That's
that
that.
right here.
That's that hockey score
2-0.
that we're talking about.
Like what?
And you could hit the hardcore balls there this weekend.
Oh,
That's a tough game.
Jesus.
That's a tough one. 2-0. That's a tough one to lose.
You gotta try to suck that bad. Literally. Think about it.
There's no way that that's the actual score of that game. But then it goes like to 19-4 the next one.
Well,
So I'm
makes
like,
sense.
how the fuck did that happen?
They were tired.
Did they just want to go to the bagel shop? Like, is that all that happened? Or
No, they
But
wanted to go
that's-
to
That's not even like a forfeit. A forfeit's 7.
7, yeah.
2-0.
So
I'm trying to find the world tournament dates. I have seen it. And I just
It's on Conference YouTube, they'll say.
It's something. It is.
Yeah, I haven't looked at anything. I'm so out of the loop in softball right now.
It's so nice.
I mean, yeah, it's only January.
It
Yeah.
really is so
Right?
fucking
It's like-
nice.
It is not softball season whatsoever, but we get these little Challenge Cup tournaments. and-
Even look at the winners bracket final though in that D. It was 8-6.
Ugh.
and it was cold and the balls were flying. Like I
Yeah.
noticed that when you were streaming this weekend, Jero, the D, it was like no one, guys were like trying to yank it out and no one was doing it. And then the next day in the major, it was just like easily flying out. It
Yeah,
looked like.
yeah.
every way.
Yeah,
It's-
right.
It was. I mean, it's funny, right? Like it definitely looked like early season softball. With some of the streams I was watching.
Zero.
So I had some stuff going on in the back, just when I wasn't broadcasting. But I don't know. Can we please broadcast again, U-Trip? See how much fun we had. It was so nice.
I still don't
Anyway.
get it.
One of these days. So
I'm telling you right now, I'm not renewing my subscription because it's not.
Oh, mine's already canceled.
Yeah, I canceled mine. I have no reason to watch the games.
did they change the price back to you or allowing you to get 1 week for $10 or 1 month for $10?
I don't know. I haven't even looked. Like I want to watch the Challenge Cup, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's like what?
Well, let's see here. Live now. I don't know. I can't figure it out. My subscriptions. It still says I've got. Let's see. Add a subscription. 6-month pass. Indiana week not recurring $10. $10 for the week. Enjoy.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it used to
you
be $10.
cannot get. You cannot get a season. Your season-long pass is for 6 months. That's it. It's not recurring. You can't do a monthly for 1 week. It's $10. Wow.
It used to be $10 a month.
Yep. Got to pay
Yeah.
those lawsuits.
Jero, you broke it with your boisterous voice.
That's crazy.
That happened like right after we got that
Yep.
shit too.
We
Yeah,
got
because
the
I-
email and it happened.
I
Yeah.
waited a couple of days and I was like, I'll get it when the tournament starts, and then I'll have the rest. And it was changed. I'm
Yeah,
like a big idiot.
$75 for 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's more than a regular streaming.
I wonder
Like,
how many people they actually get on there. Like
shit,
to actually,
shit ton. I
yeah.
bet you it's the parents watching their kids baseball, grandparents watching their kids.
Oh yeah, the baseball. I'm thinking
Mm.
when I talk about this stuff, I'm thinking mainly slow pitch people.
When
Yeah.
I was when I would go in for their feeds
Mhm.
and take them,
Borrow.
allegedly borrow, redistribute.
Mm-hmm.
They
Like Robin
would,
Hood.
some of them would have 30, 40, 50. Some would have 200.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough of us whores out here that just fucking watch this shit. You know what I mean?
I still don't get how a couple people were still streaming after you and other people were told
I'm
to stop.
sure they're going to. They're not going to be able to catch everybody.
No.
And-
There's definitely
and-
somebody on TikTok that streams the games that I've seen his clips and him just sitting there eating and hanging out and look
Yeah.
at that ball.
We need Periscope back. That's when we could watch it.
Yeah, Periscope. There's a callback to a
I
simpler
just-
time.
I get it, but I don't get it. It's it's making it better.
We had fun
You're not
with it.
making. I'm not
making
making
more
any money
fun.
off it. Yeah. Maybe if Trump gets back in office, we'll be able to stream again.
Just get rid of those
Make
damn,
let America stream again.
Yes.
You know who showed up? Who showed up this weekend was the Gazelle's mother or sister showed up in the stream this weekend when we were doing it. I'm like, we're not even. Alyssa's not even playing, and you're showing up to check us out. Like, it's awesome.
That was cool that they did that DeMarini thing last week. I'm
I
excited.
can't wait to see that.
I'm excited for ours in a couple of weeks. It's going to be cool.
It would be exciting to see yours. That would be cool, sure. But it's
Yeah.
really cool that Alyssa and Sasha Killings was down there.
Yeah.
It's fucking no, but that was fun. It was nice to be back online. Who knows what'll happen from here, and
I don't know.
we'll see.
You got to put some bugs in some people's ears.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep dropping it on the broadcast this weekend or next weekend when I'm down at the field.
Oops.
Oh, sorry, I said if you guys like hearing me, just let them know that I should have my own channel. I am gonna marry sports. I'm going to fuck music. I'm gonna kill TV movies.
Ooh.
Thank you, because I had question marks, and that was really going to
That's
piss me off
very
because I keep all of these.
That's very ballsy on the killing the movies TV show.
Yeah, it is.
You are fucked once that kid comes and you don't have TV or film to let him watch. You are fucked.
I'd almost kill sports before I killed anything else.
If I was, I tell you, if my dad was retired and done coaching, done being in hockey, I would probably. I don't know how much it changes it.
I
With
love
no
music.
sport.
I have no music skills whatsoever, but I love music. It's hard to kill music, man.
It is.
You-
I fucking
you can-
love
Music
it.
changes everything.
Maybe your dad would have been like a tenor soprano because he wouldn't have had to like play sports growing up. He wouldn't have done any of that. You could have watched him on the big stage.
I mean, if he wins a championship before he wins the DEL title before he retires, and like let's say he's up 3-1, and I go to watch Game 5, and he doesn't win it, then I'm fucked because now I miss it in Game 6 and he wins it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. All right. Thanks everybody tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to be going back to back weeks, week off in February, and then we'll get her back going. Probably every other. Just a little busy right now with the challenge. We're going to stay here. Challenge Cup recaps and all that good shit. Till then, see you next week.
See you, everyone.
Jero, good luck this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck.
Oh,
Get
thanks,
some
buddy.
balance.
Buddy, have some
I'd
fun.
watch you, but
Yeah.
it's really fucking expensive. So
I'd,
for that reason, I'm out.
I drive there and watch, but I'm hopefully going to be playing in St. Pete. So
Maybe I'll drive over and say,
it's
hey.
far. It's fucking far.
That's
not
4
close.
hours. That
It's
is
4.5 hour ride for me to St. Pete.
Yeah, that's a hike.
Mhm.
All right, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Have a great one. Good night.
See ya.